pretty good fox squirrel. So first of all, in cleaning the squirrel, we're going to wet it down because a lot of these hairs on the squirrel will stick to the meat. And the trick I learned was if you soak it down, even a bucket of water just under the faucet, that'll keep the hairs kind of matted together and they're not as dry and loose and free to get on the meat. I mean, there'll still be some hair that gets on the meat, but this will help some, especially back on the hindquarters. When we start peeling the skin back, the skin tends to curl back and the hair touches the meat. So one of the first things I like to do after you get it washed is come back behind the tail here, pull some of the hair out. Now this is an old tough squirrel. And that's another problem, getting the hair on your fingers. But try to remove some of this fur back here where you're going to make a cut along the tail, because we're going to cut through the tail, but not through the other side of the tail. Just cut through the meat and the gristle. See what hold those there. And so I've cleared out a spot here, so I'm just going to take my knife. Hopefully this works good with this older squirrel. And we're just going to cut down and try not to cut through the back side of the skin. You also want to be careful with your other hand in there, you don't cut yourself. This is an old squirrel here. There we go. Kind of cracking the spinal cord. Okay. Now when you get it cut through and you can see just the skin there, what we want to do is start using the tip of the knife, shave between the, pull the skin back from the meat. Go ahead and turn back this direction here. And of course the cats and any kind of animals you get outside are going to love you. They're just a little impatient sometimes. And it's easier if you have two people to skin it. You got one person to kind of hold the legs here. It's hard to hold it and cut with one hand. But just peel the meat back and then make some incisions on the sides to help start the process of skinning it down the side. And then once you've got a pretty good side rip there, what we're going to do is step on the tail, then I'll have her pull up and that'll peel the skin back, hopefully, back over it like that. And then as long as you don't rip the head off already, depending on where you shot it, you can come back and get up under the legs here. We're just going to peel it all back at the same time. Like I said, it's tougher. It's an older squirrel, so the skin's tougher. Let me just peel it up like that, and then we'll use our knife. Snap the legs, cut them off. And there again, having somebody else hold it is good. The cats have fun with that. And then we'll come up here, pull the skin back around these front legs. Now this one I shot through one of the shoulders, so we've lost the shoulder. One of the front legs of meat. Just snap that joint, cut through, And then I'm just going to go ahead and come in here and cut the head off. We'll deal with that shoulder that's mutilated. And you can just toss that to the side, let the animals or whatever, or you can take it, stick it in your garden or whatever. Usually you've got 2 legs to hang on to at the front there, but just make you some light cuts here. You don't want to cut into the internal organs. Make a cut here on the belly, and then start ripping up under the rib cage. And then just keep peeling down here. So you got the insides kind of coming out, and then down here you can make a cut between on the pelvis there, and then just reach in with 2 fingers, and you can just break it all out. And you've pretty much got it skinned. Now all you got to do is just wash it up, get rid of some of this fat. Maybe there's pieces of internal organs that are still around, but just wash it up and then quarter it up. I like to cut through the back, so I've got the rib cage, which there's not a whole lot of meat, and then the back here, got some meat on the lower back, and then cut in around the top joint here. I'll go ahead and do one to show you. Cut in like that, and then you come back along the right at the inside. You'll expose the joint. There's a ball and socket joint just like our hip, and you can cut right through there, and then it comes off, and you're ready just to clean it up and prepare it however you want to according to your recipe.